What's it been like being here, being chosen to come and represent Oklahoma today?
Yeah, it's a privilege, it's an honor to be chosen to represent my team. So I really find that exciting to be here to represent my team.
You talk about it being an honor to represent your team. You have a lot of guys from your defensive line room and the defense as a whole, kind of leaders. Ethan Downs left last season. How have you kind of seen yourself rise and been trying to become more of a leader this year?
Yeah, just getting the younger guys right. Ethan showing me what it will look like. So when Ethan does that, then I can show the younger guys what it'll look like when I step into that role that I'm doing this year. And so I'm doing my little twist, my spin to it. But for me to be under him for 3 years and for my time to kind of lead in my own way, it's been real good.
What has that journey kind of been like, just thinking about where you were as a freshman to coming into your fourth year and stepping into that leadership?
Yeah. I mean, as a freshman, I'm in the back. I don't know what to expect. Like, I rely on, information from other guys, the leaders, to tell me what to do, and I expect myself to do the same for when that younger guy comes in and I'm the senior that they're looking up to. So, yeah, it's been a journey to not as talking as much to now talking a lot more, because you just experience, you just know what it looks like. So when you prepare and when you want to build a good team, you will want to tell a younger player how it looks like.
Mason, what do you remember about last year's Missouri game?
Missouri game, yeah, it was for Missouri, it was disappointing. The way the outcome came. We know we were a good team, and Missouri was good. So the way it ended was unfortunate, but yeah, a lot of learning, a lot of mistakes to learn from that game.
So what do you expect to see them back in Norman this year?
Yeah, same thing. My bad. Same thing. We're gonna have to game plan a little different. New team, new culture, but we expect to really prepare for a good Missouri team.
So why you guys the expectations are so high for you personally this year. What are your own personal expectations, and what garners success in your eyes this year?
Yeah, to improve every day. Because if I can put my head down and improve, no matter how it looks statistically, no matter what it looks like, if I can go and look over the film and see that I have more pluses than minuses, or way more pluses than minuses, actually, it's like a 51 out of 49, it's not as good. But if I can look back and improve every single week and every single day, I think that's a good season for me, because I'm not focused on the destination, I'm focused on the journey.
Why is your unit going to be better this year, and why is your team going to be better this year?
Yeah, we have a lot of experience. We added Marvin Jones Jr. He has experience from Georgia. He has SEC experience and ACC experience from Florida State. So we just got guys that been in the system for so long. It's my fourth year. PJ's third year. T.Y.'s third year. Marvin's first year. He's probably the only. Him and three other people, that's the first year. Last year we had multiple guys, but not as much as we do now. So experience for us helps a lot to know what to expect. And then it's our second year in SEC, so we know how it looks like.
What about the team? Because you got a new quarterback, new faces, wide receiver. What about the whole team being better? Yeah,
for us, we got the pieces in the transfer portal for what we were missing, and our staff did a good job of finding them. And then it's up to our older guys for the offense to tell them what it looks like for their first year going to SEC. But yeah, our offense and defense is looking pretty good in this summer right now.
What impressed you most about this new offense? Ben Arbuckle, John Mateer, what impressed you most about them, in the spring and now going into the summer?
Yeah, their connection, how they interact. It's like they've been friends for a number of years already. So for us to get the offense coordinator from Washington State and the quarterback, it's special because it's no learning curve. It's a learning curve for other people, but not for the quarterback. So John's teaching, Coach Arbuckle's teaching, and I think that's a great duo.
John's leadership, how have you seen that in the locker room so far?
Yeah, the quarterback just being that sheriff, that deputy, he's managing everything. So for him to come in a new environment, because the same system, he's been here for 3 years already.
You mentioned
random question for you, but would you say as a
best uniform in SEC other than OU?
Other than OU, Ole Miss had some good uniforms. Like the Shark. That was what did they have? They had like some lightning, like some colorful thing. I couldn't really see the helmet, but I know their home jerseys when we played them, they were real nice. Them and who was the other one? We were just talking about this. I forgot who, but it was them for sure.
What you like about it?
Did they wear all white? No, they wouldn't wear all white.
Powder blue.
That powder blue looks nice. No, it was like the darker blue. It was darker blue with the white pants, but their helmets was nice. That's what the main one was. And then Jackson Dart had the shield on it, and like when you would see it, it's like the reflection of you. I don't know how he looked out of that shield, but that overall jersey looked nice.
R. Mason, you were on OU student-led sports show, Sooner Sports Pad last year.
Yeah.
What do you remember from that?
Sooner Sports Pad, that was nice. It was in the nighttime, right?
Yeah.
I never been there, and y'all had energy that time, yeah. And we were a part of y'all. We were screaming and stuff. So, Sooner Sports Pad, I hope y'all can have me again. But that was a cool experience for sure. Yeah.
R. Mason, there's been a lot of talk about this defensive line potentially being one of the better ones in the country. How good can that group be from the defensive ends and also the interior guys?
Our ceiling is high, and it all starts with our leadership, coming from me, PJ, Dom Williams, Grayson Halton. All comes from that. Our ceiling can be however high we want, and then whatever we tolerate is what goes. So whatever we tolerate, that's what the young guys going to tolerate. So however we can nurture, facilitate our defense of line, is our ceiling can be whatever it wants to be, and I think it could be really high.
Who's a young guy that maybe we haven't seen play a lot that you think could have a breakout year in your position there?
Yeah, PJ, and Taylor Wine. Those are two for sure. They're hungry. They want it. Like Taylor Wine wants it. You can tell. And so I'm not going to be surprised when y'all talking about him in the media or when he gets 5 sacks and it's like going crazy. So yeah, it won't be surprised because I see him. Obviously, I see him every day. Y'all don't. So, but like for him to be like that, that's a recipe for success.
How about a guy like Danny Okoye also coming into his second season?
Yeah,
Defensive end.
Danny has all of it. So when Danny gets this defense down and uses his skill set, it's gonna be even crazier. Like imagine like what I just said, PJ, T1, and then you got Danny, Marvin Jones. It's like we got experience all together. So our D-line is just cold.
Why do you feel like y'all struggled against Texas, losing 2 of the
Last
last 3?
year?
Well, 2 of the last 3.
Oh, 2 of the last 3. Yeah, it's just experiences. Just we went in with a game plan. It didn't turn out how we wanted to. We knew looking back a lot of mistakes were made. We just got to fix those. Like a lot of mistakes were made. So when we look at that, we're just beating ourselves at that point. We're beating Oklahoma, and then that's our main thing we want not to do is beat ourselves. And when we beat ourselves, we actually eventually lose the game. So looking back at those mistakes, if we cannot beat ourselves, we can progress.
How were Oklahoma fans kind of taking this, especially the tough first year in the SEC? How were they reacting? Fan base?
I think they have faith in us for sure.
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma they're a loyal fan base, so I think they're really doing a good job of cheering us on, even when we were losing last year. Sold out stadiums and everything like that. Yeah. You can tell.
What do you think Arch Manning is going to do when y'all face him?
Arch is a good player. When Quinn got hurt and he stepped in, he's a good player. So it's going to be really, really hard game planning against him.
What kind of player is Arch getting at Jackson?
A great player, yeah. When Jackson was here, he took it as a pro. So I'm glad Jackson found a home, and it's going to be exciting for him to come to our stadium and play him.
R. Mason, can you talk to me a little bit about the end of that Missouri game? I know you guys struggled down the stretch there. Are you looking to get revenge this year, and what happened down the stretch at the end of that game?
Yeah, it was disappointing. I think I said before, it was we didn't want. It was unfortunate to be like for the outcome to be like that. Yeah, we gonna want to go win. We want to go win every week. So for that play of football that happened down that stretch, we just the mistakes. We can't shoot ourselves in the foot. We with beating Oklahoma. So when we fix those mistakes, we'll know going when we play Missouri again that it's a different team, different culture, but it's going to be a lot of the same things we see before. So looking over those mistakes, we know what to fix.
R. Mason, you mentioned the ceiling of this defensive line is really high. How big is it to have that continuity in the interior when you've got so many guys back from last season?
It's nice because, experience in college football and in the SEC too, you already know what to expect, you know how to prepare. So I think you know what to take away, you know what to give a little bit more into. So for us, a bunch of us have known each other for more than 3 years. So just you have that level of trust, have that level of a connection, of an interaction that is so strong. It's like I'm going to war with my brother. You know what I mean?
Right. And then on that interior, when you've got a guy like Jaden Jackson who had such a big role as a freshman, he's coming back for a second season. Just how big is that for you guys?
That's big because now we got our competitive depth just gets even better. For him coming in as a starter, as a freshman, that says a lot, and he has to go do it again. But for to have competitive depth like that for our ones and twos, in a sense, right now to really like fighting for that starting job, it's really good for our team because that competitive depth just helps us elevate anybody who wants to get better.
Without Danny Stutzman,
you guys won off the game with a big six. What do you remember most about that game?
Celebrating. I remember celebrating with my teammates a lot. Like we were like jumping around, we were going crazy, especially when Kip caught that. We call him Kip 6 now. But yeah, just after that, it was like first win in the SEC, so it gave us a lot of confidence for sure.
Without Danny Stutzman, who are some of the guys that have kind of taken over as vocal leaders on this defense?
Kip Lewis, Kobe McKenzie, Robert Spears-Jennings. It's just Gentry Williams. It's like no drop off. Like we've been, like I said, when we were freshmen, they were sophomores, so we've been in for them for 3 years. So for him to leave and to leave that type of legacy, you really like almost in a sense of he's still here because a lot of those traits carry into the Kip and Kobe because they were in the linebacker room and they saw him every day.
In 2 of the last 3 years when you played in the Red River game, or the years that you've been there, your offense, which I know you're not a part of, has only scored 3 points and 0 points in 2 of those games. When you play a game like that this year where Texas is projected to have one of, if not the top defenses, does it change knowing that you maybe have like a little less wiggle room on the defensive side?
No, it doesn't change. We know it's a one-possession league in this SEC, so we're preparing every week like that. So it's kind of like no change. We just want to go and dominate each play, whether if it's that play is a touchdown, that play is a first down, that play we're getting positive yardage. So I know I'm not an offensive, I'm not, but for that, I think they have a pretty good chance, and we're going to be really good on offense.
But speaking about the offense, you mentioned Arbuckle, Mateer coming in. Have you seen, just from your defensive perspective, like their cohesion? Can you tell that they've been with each other before?
You can tell. Where's he at? He's over there. Yeah, you can tell. He just they probably this is their 4th year together, but it's feel like they've been knowing each other a little bit more. Their connection. They're always with the quarterbacks and the offensive coordinator, they're always on the same page. So for him, they're probably like they got that telepathy to read each other's mind. Probably when any time a third down comes, they're probably already thinking the same thing. And if you have a OC and a quarterback connection like that, you're going to be really good.
Does that even help you just defensively in terms of even processing the game faster or anticipating? Like, do you see that even kind of making you rise your level too? Yeah,
iron sharpens iron. So him being at his best and me being at our best, it's going to go back and forth. So him coming in like a pro is going to help me to how to face other quarterbacks.
Was there a moment when Mateer got you guys or you guys got the best of him? Was there moments like that
all the
during
time.
The spring and stuff?
It's all back and forth all the time. Yeah, and then I know the bickering. When you start to make a play, then you start to you talk his stuff, and then when he makes a play, you start to talk his stuff. So it's like back and forth all the time.
Compared to last year, how much harder is it, if it is harder at all, to stop the offense during practice? Does it look a lot different from you guys' perspective being on defense?
Yeah, it's a lot different because we got a new OC, so what he brought over from Washington State, it looks a lot different. He does a lot more things that we may not have seen from previous OCs, but a lot of it's the same. Like, a lot of teams run kind of the same thing, just it may look different, but it's mostly the same thing. You only can run so many things with the amount of, I think sideline to sideline is like 53 and 53.3 yards, so you only can run a certain amount of things. But yeah, it's been a lot of the same. It's been hard to defend that because I'm not used to it these past 3 years. So when I do look at it and it looks different, I might be like, I need to start studying them. They look a lot different. But a lot of it, when you break it down, like our coaches, they'll look at it and be like, no, it's technically the same. They just put certain things in different positions.
Who's your favorite football player growing up, and what are some guys that you've taken things from along the way?
Favorite football player growing up, probably I was a running back growing up, so I liked Ezekiel Elliott. I like Najee Harris. I like the bigger running backs. Coming to Oklahoma, I was big on Nick Bonito. Like, he was that role model for me to decide to go to OU because he fits my stature. I like to watch guys that fit my stature. On that outside linebacker type, on the shorter end. So for him to have his success at OU, I wanted to go do that too. Have my success at OU.
Did he teach you anything?
Yeah, absolutely. Like any pass rush moves, anything he felt helped him, he gave it to me, and we're texting and all that type of stuff.
And one more, how do those running back skills come in today?
Running back skills? Oh yes, with the speed, just like speed in general, like chasing down blocks, or like I can't say speed off the line because that's two different stances, but that's a lot of acceleration and explosiveness for a running back. So that transferred over to defensive end. When I kind of do some of the similar movements, maybe it's not all the same, but change of direction, acceleration, stopping and starting is a lot.
Do you think the quality of the offense has gone up? Like, is it harder to get stops against them in practice than it was last year?
Yeah, it's always been hard because, we're going against each other every day. So we know the offensive line knows what my go-to move is, and I know how they like to set. So it's always been hard, to be honest. It's just, it looks a little different, but like the same people I've been, like Jacob Sexton, I've been going, this has been my fourth year going against him. So like he changes stuff, I change stuff. It's like, it's kind of hard to win between guys you've been playing 3-4 years against now.
And then is there a game that you have circled that you want to win the most, or maybe a quarterback you want to get to the most?
Nah, it's really all the same. We want to win every week. We want to win. So, yeah, and a sack is a sack. So anybody.
Kind of a random question, man. But anything special about number 32? Just why you picked it and why that's your number?
Nah, not really. Not really. The sophomore year, it wasn't a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
Sophomore year, the varsity, the seniors get all the good numbers, so it's like, you want single-digit numbers, but 32 was open, and then when I came here, 32 was open compared to a bunch of numbers that were open, so I just decided to go stick with 32, and then, 11 looked good because I know Nick, but Kobe is 11, so 32, I'm sticking with it.
We've been going around asking some fun questions to players. Are you familiar with the show Love Island?